Why, hello there, Lee. How we doing? Check, yeah. You're watching live coverage of the 11thframe.com Open on IBTV. Today's event is brought to you by Coors Light and the Diamond Joe Casino here at the beautiful Cherry Lanes in Dubuque, Iowa. I'm Doug Lakey, your host, alongside Lee Boudouris. Thanks for joining us today. Check out the ticker on top for the updated standings and scores. Thanks to Coors Light, Cherry Lanes, Diamond Joe Casino, we are underway here in game number 1 of match play. And took minus 17 to make it. Our own B Squared's out there. FJ's out there. Brad Miller, Dan Lemish, just to name a few of some people in our posse. And we're underway. Scores are low. It's going to be a fun, long day of bowling. We're going to take a break after 8 games. Thanks for you guys in the chat early this morning.
Just take a minute to wish a happy birthday to our alternate, 17th place, Brett Cunningham.
Yeah.
Roaming around somewhere.
Happy birthday, Brett.
Or Gary.
So who do we have in front of us here, Lee?
Well, directly in front of us we have Mike Flanagan. But on 13 and 14, it's going to be Jason Wojner and Greg Thomas. Over 9 and 10, Shannon Buchan and Father John Brockman. 15 and 16 is Thomas York and Dan Lemish, sporting the blue Ray Orf's shirt today.
He's got to be uncomfortable in those khaki shorts.
Yeah, this is
uncharacteristic uniform change for Lemish today.
Definitely atypical of him.
He said no more Adidas mesh shorts. This is big time. This is match play of an IB event.
Not his first rodeo in this format.
Father John sporting the white Ray Orf's Pro Shop collared shirt, looking sharp this morning. We got Matt McNeil and second place qualifier Brad Miller down on 7 and 8. We're using lanes 7 through 28. 5 and 6 have been out of play all weekend, and 1 through 4 is the special VIP area of the center here at the lovely Cherry Lanes inside the Diamond Joe Casino. It's the 11thframe.com Open, brought to you by Coors Light, and you're seeing it live on IBTV Live. And as Flanagan likes to say, we are the most interactive live bowling network on the web. We got some promos out there. We got to tell you about team bowling and how it's coming back. October 13th and 14th, we bring you the 5-spot team event open in St. Louis. It's a $500 team entry fee with $6,000 for first place. We do have a major sponsor on board now. We'd like to welcome aboard the Hammer brand of bowling products. And they ask us to tell you to check out the Ratchet. It's available at a pro shop near you. So happy to have Hammer on board. They'll be donating some equipment that we'll be able to raffle off in our area to add some juice to the prize fund. So that's always nice. Our next live broadcast will be September 15th and 16th, the Fusion Realtors Open at Cadillac Lanes in Waterloo, Iowa. So we'll have live coverage of that on Saturday and Sunday. They have over $12,000 in added money, Lee.
Yeah, I've heard. We're talking with the owner of Fusion Realtors yesterday. There's about 140 to 150 entries.
Correct. So if
and
you guys
a max of 192.
192.
So if that's something you're looking to bowl, then
47 more people for a max field. The entry fee for that is $120, with $100 of that going to the prize fund and $20 for bowling fees. It's a 1-3 cash ratio with $3,000 going to the champion. So looking forward to that event, and it'll be here before you know it. So it looks like we're going to have a pretty low scoring pace like we had yesterday.
Do you think, I mean, obviously with such a high caliber of field we have, it might break down different. 2 left-handers.
Down on 7 and 8, Matt McNeil starts their match. Spare, double, and he's got 9 up there. To Brad Miller's 9 spare. Looks like Miller had a split and now a double, so they're close through 4 frames. We'll keep you posted on that. Those are our leaders finishing qualifying, 1 and 2 respectively.
Adam, you might just need to, Boudouris having a little freeze now. Might just want to refresh everything. See if that helps. Have,
We got KR in the booth.
she's just smiling like Jeremy Boyer.
Kim ran the show yesterday. All the brackets, scoring updates, data entry. She did a great job, her and Jeff Reed. There's, yeah, there we go. Live look at Kim and Mr. Lee there. That's the fan cam. We're going to be bringing you the fan cam all day as usual.
Handful of fans here this morning.
No Adam Barta to do live interviews for us, but that he is in the chat. Thanks to all of you that are in the chat with us this morning.
a low-scoring pair over on 15 and 16 with York and Lemish. Both have opens in the fifth. York's up by just one. Wojner got good count there on that split. He's up by 6. Talked a lot about yesterday, about the weird placement of the scoring monitors here. So I'll take a, can't like just look at the screen you think a pair should be, and sometimes it's the right score you're looking for, and sometimes it's not. FJ in a early hole over there, down 39.
Yeah, it might take a couple of these guys, maybe a game to get dug in here. It is a tough pattern. Sometimes these guys make it look a little easier than it really is. I was talking to Chad Kloss this morning, and he said, yeah, you throw the ball and you watch it hydroplane through the fronts. Then you watch it not even come close to picking up to in the mid lane. And the next thing you know, the ball's trying to hit the pins. So when Kloss is getting that ball reaction, you know there's some oil out there.
Hold on a second, Doug. We got the boost side spot here, sponsored by Coors Light. It's Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, guys, just want to let you know I've been walking around already this morning, and shout out to Adam Barta. I'm sorry I can't do this as good as you do, but I'm going to do the best I can here today. Just want to let you know, walking around through fifth frame updates throughout the pairs. We got 50 versus 60, 80 versus 70, 63 versus a Dutch pace, 70 versus 70, 70, 70. A couple of guys on 200 paces, and then we've got Shannon Buchanan's got the best score thus far through 5 over here, which was 3 spares and a double, but now he's looking at a baby split on the other side of the lane. And McNeil and Miller on both 200 paces. So scoring this morning is very low, gentlemen. Just want to let you know how they get-go. They're tough. So
Buchan's leading at +6.
Thank you, Mike, for that updated report. We're going to try and stay on top of all these matches for most of the day. We know how tough it can be, especially
when you see the rare 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 10.
Correct.
On a spare.
Wojnar's got a pretty good ball reaction from what I've seen thus far.
Seemed like his first few balls of practice, he went 3 off the right. Kind of made himself a little bit of hook room and try and take advantage on the strike.
Talking with the majority of the guys, it seems like something with a little surface tends to be what's worked thus far. Just to get something to read the mid lane. You're not going to see a big banana boat jerk left down lane. It's definitely a rolly, smooth ball reaction day, that's for sure, with this volume and flat pattern. Another shout out to our man behind the scenes, B Squared. He qualified for match play today. He's down on the high end of the house, so here's a good look at FJ over on 9 and 10. Struggle in the first 6 frames. He does have a strike up in the 6th. See if he can double up here.
went high.
And the voodoo hex is still on, folks.
Never had any doubt about that. Ooh. (15 and 16). We saw yesterday morning Doug play very tough. No exception here between Lummish and York. It's Thomas York from Norridge Rock, Nebraska.
Okay.
The York has a 1-pin lead over Lemmish, 119 to with the spare 118.
Jeffrey,
Yes, Douglas.
how you doing?
Great, thanks for asking.
Not only do we have KR in the booth, but we have our other IB team member, Jeff Reed, sitting in. Jeff, how was it running brackets yesterday, buddy?
Everything went well.
Did it?
Yeah,
Did you have fun?
absolutely.
Thank you so much for your hard work.
You're welcome, Doug.
Thing you want to tell the world while you're up here? Your 15 minutes of fame?
Well, thanks, Lee.
All right.
Would you
Well
care?
said, well spoken.
Would you care to sing the song that you were singing this morning?
Which one, Doug? I have so many.
A man never short for words has clammed up on us. But we got the whole team here in the booth, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off and let these guys take it over. I'll be asleep in the parking lot. We'll see you later.
Seeing that Doug made it through almost one of 16 games. It's a good effort by him, though. Over on 7 and 8, Brad Miller opens in the 10th for 210. McNeil can go 9 spare strike to tie. But a Brooklyn will win his first match. Lemish, tough break there with that 7-10. He shoots 144. But Thomas York still has to mark to beat him off 2 consecutive opens. Flags a head pin right for a 1-2-8.
Down on 7 and 8, Matt McNeil 215, Brad Miller 210. So McNeil taking game number 1 there.
Expand his lead with what might be the highest game. It's certainly the highest game from lane 7 to lane, as far as I can see. York defeats Lemish 148-144. Shannon Buchan will take care of Father John. Much in front of us on 13-14 still
Still
yet
up
to
for
be
grabs,
decided.
huh?
It's Greg Thomas, who Adam Barta said he runs a Facebook page called Bowling for Dummies. Striking his fill shot for 182. Jason Wojner will just need a mark and somebody count. Thomas really needs 7 here. Really needs 6 actually. Realize that. Already straight at the pocket. Gets 9. Making Jason Wojner mark. No trouble there. Best mark you can have. Just needs 3 pins.
Okay, guys, just want to let you know. Been walking around, watching everybody. I saw 150 versus 150. I just watched Dan Limish get defeated 148 to 144. Scores are really low today. I'm talking to everybody, and they're all letting me know that they're much tighter today. Just want to let you know.
Thank you, Michael. Mike, we have a question in the chat. Holy crap. Who is that hot guy with the inside bowling shirt on? It's from Adam Barta. You want to introduce yourself to the world? I think he's talking about you. I don't know.
When was that?
Like 20 seconds ago.
Oh, I must have been walking across the lanes down there. Yeah, it's me. I'm spoken for, though.
Wave to the crowd. Your fan out there. Got a big fan. 1.
Lee, I'll wave. I'll wave when I want to wave.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Which is going to be a little bit later.
All right. We can always shut him off, Doug, if we need to. Conveniently, the mic board is.
So yeah, it looks like 215 was high in the building.
As Shannon Buchan goes for his fill ball here, if he strikes, he'll shoot 200 to FJ's 143.
Yeah, so your top 3 scores, the only games over 200 will all be bowled by seeds 1 through 3. Something to take a look at moving on throughout the day. If those 3 bowlers get in early, get their 200s early, go through this field, get a bunch of W's, there could be some separation, even more separation quite early as Buchan misses the head pin right.
9 and 10 was one of the toughest pairs all day yesterday in all 3 squads. Just seems like there's a ton of hang on that pair. The ball is just not recovering down lane like it does on, like I'm seeing on some of the other pairs. Our fearless leader is going to adjust one of the cameras. We realize we have a camera showing you a dead pair, which isn't the smartest thing out there. So we're going to adjust that. So I'm going to keep it on this camera shot for a minute. Or I can give you the cam.
And Jeff Reed.
Jeffrey. Jeff, you got your reading glasses today?
As a matter of fact, I do, Doug. Always.
We stopped in historical Hannibal, Missouri. And Jeff said, "Oh crap! I forgot my reading glasses. So he said, Jeff, there's a Walgreens right there. And he pulled on in there and got himself a pair.
3 pairs for $15. What a deal.
Yeah, he bought the value pack, Doug.
That he did.
You're going to need them someday.
Oh, I need him right now.
Well, it looks like Father John didn't stand a prayer of winning that last game, but we'll see what he does here.
Here he comes. That was just the ice. Barely touching the surface of old JR. One of the most colorful people on the IB team. Quote of the day so far, Father John doesn't have a prayer.
Just in that game.
On 13 and 14 this time.
Oh, man.
Be Shannon Buchanan, Matt Horsey, Dan Lemish. (15 and 16) should be Jason Wojner and Derek Oak.
Look at that. Now we have full coverage of lanes 7 and 8, 9 and 10. And not only, but B Squared sporting the Gemini InsideBowling.com jersey. He might actually say a few words today, folks. I feel sorry if he wins because he's going to be working his little tail off, and we got like 6 or 8 people here on the InsideBowling.com staff. And once we chop that up, his hard work's going to feel like he's getting the short end of the deal. But that's just how it goes. He's bowling on company time.
Did he take paid time off for this?
We did not run this through HR. This is just some comp time he has built up.
All right. Doug is the HR director of IB, so.
Quentin Bolin sporting the Miller High Life delivery truck driver uniform. This is sponsored by Coors Light. I work for Budweiser. And we have Miller High Life representation on 7 and 8. All the beers are represented.
Here's on 10 and 16, both by Thomas and Wojner, simultaneous smash nines. Not sure we saw too many people yesterday have enough angle through the pin deck to smash a 9-pin.
Thanks for all you guys joining the chat. This is Dougie Fresh bringing you IBTV live coverage of the 11thframe.com Open presented by Coors Light, Diamond Joe Casino, and Cherry Lanes. Dougie Fresh, Lee Boudouris, Jeff Reed in the booth.
Jeff Richgels has arrived.
Richgels is in the building. Flanagan is bringing us our on-lane reporter coverage, which I'll probably do here in a little while. Give Flanagan some booth time. I'm looking forward to some on-lane reporting. I'm going to get the iPad out, take some pictures and some videos, and we're going to get you the best coverage we can.
Hey guys, I had 2 guys on the same lane. 2 guys on the same lane. When you fill out these lane assignment sheets at 3 o'clock in the morning, occasionally you'll have guys go into the same lanes. And nipped it in the bud. I just want to let you know that I corrected my problem.
Okay.
And that competition is not going to be held up because of that error that I made last night at 2 o'clock in the morning back in the hotel room.
Lee and I supported our local lodging and their facility last night in the lounge, and I'm thinking I'm gonna sneak into the hotel and hopefully not wake anybody up. And no other do I see Flanagan sitting with his glasses on, working studiously at the table in our room, and it was proud. It was a proud moment for me.
Yeah, and I put a lot of time and work into putting their hometowns of where the folks are from.
Just the left people.
No, the right people too. Just our copy machine doesn't work as well.
Except for Quentin Bolin, does he not?
He didn't put it on his sheet.
He doesn't. He's the mystery man.
So we're going to give him a
he is
van
supporting
down
Miller
by the
High
river.
Life.
That should give you guys a little something to talk about, you know, their hometowns. So like we've got over here 7 and 8. Who do we have on that pair? Andy Mills versus Quentin Bolin. So Bolin is the Miller High Life
Delivery truck driver jersey.
Yeah. Andy Mills came off of that USBC championship team this year.
He actually brought his eagle. He brings his eagle everywhere with him.
He has it with him?
No.
Oh. I fell right into that one, Doug.
It would have been neat to
I was going to say, I'm taking
see
that
that.
thing. I'm spray painting it like one of those high school mascots. You know how they do that in like at schools? It's like, what is that? Like not prank week. It's called something else.
You're thinking of the movie Wildcats. Football.
I think the eagle is like the cup in hockey. If you win one, it's yours. If you haven't won one, you don't touch it.
By the way, big shout out to Ouch Barta. Ouch Barta in the chat. That thing's a beast. Those of you that can get on Facebook, go to Facebook and look up Ouch Barta. Friend the little guy. Or big guy, however you want to look at it. He was brought into this world at the Mary Tubner Team Challenge in Springfield, Illinois. And big shout out to Ouch Barta.
Match on 7 and 8, or not? 9 and 10. Told you these screens throw me off. Burkhart, 88 in the fourth, has a 8-pin lead.
Some of the highlights from yesterday, quotes of the day, Jeff Richgels tells Shannon Buchan that it's a short man's pattern. So anybody over 5'6" is going to struggle on this pattern. But if you're under 5'6", you're going to strike more. He told Gail Myers Jr. that as well. They joined me in the booth for most of B Squad.
It's a rare triple, Doug. On,
Yeah, it is.
15 and 16 by Wojner. Spare triple. Small on Derek Goff.
He's got
Storm jersey rocking today.
Wojner's got probably the best look I've seen of all the players. I mean, he's not throwing a lot of strikes, But as far as just overall ball reaction, we watched him, the first game on 13 and 14. Now we can kind of see him on the right side of our view.
Remember, the first game on 15 and 16, neither bowler broke 150.
Right.
And Oaf has double, spare, double, and he's losing.
Right. Yeah, Oaf's got obviously a good ball reaction as well. But that's nothing new to Derek. Flanagan set a handicapped over-under on Derek that he would finish higher or lower than 2.1. I think it was a unanimous vote in the booth that we all took that he would finish better than 2.1. So we think he's going to finish first or second today. We've got standings posted after game one. They're on the top of your screen there on the ticker, or if you scroll down below the chat box.
There's not many four-baggers to be had this weekend, and here's one for Jason Wojner. Just up 3 pins. Burkhart was telling me he's going to bowl more games today than he's bowled in the last 6 months, if not further back than that.
Yep.
That might be the case for maybe not 6 months, but for some other bowlers who really haven't bowled much this summer and maybe used one squad to get loose and made the cut. Big forward on 16. After Wojner struck, that'll open that match up a little bit. Apparently, Dan's mom's in the chat, Doug.
Yeah, I see that.
From McChesney Park, Illinois. You might have to talk with them about this significant wardrobe change he's going with today.
Who's that?
Dan.
Oh, yeah. No? Looking sharp.
Not after that tough break, but we'll have to get his thoughts on that. Wolf left a 2-4-5, chop that off, so Wojner's going to make a big move here. Was already in 4th place, but I think 4 more strikes plus the bonus pins would be 100 over.
Oh, man. What do you think, Jeff?
I think it looks like somebody snuck in and put a house shot out for Wojner.
He's not the best color man in the business for nothing, folks. That's Jeff Freed.
7-bagger for Jason Wojner. Burkhardt shoots 182. And Thomas up on a double. Strike there, gave him his match as well as strike again. I believe that's a high game in the tournament. 270?
No,
at 279.
Lenny Boris had
that's right.
279.
I did see that very end of yesterday. Plus 30 bonus, they'll put Wojner at plus 195. Covers that 2-8. He's down 20. But they're only through 6 frames. They had a slight delay on that pair to start the day, kind of pushed everything back.
$10.
Where is that?
Put it on paper
That's a good
clip
shot.
on it, and he said he was going to get it and give it to him. I think it's in the box on it with a paper clip on it.
We're having a ton of concern over $10 that fell through the cracks of brackets yesterday, but it sounds like we got it under control.
Yeah, I don't know how a guy could leave a tournament when he's got $10 coming, but somebody did it yesterday.
Lenny Boris, if you're out there, you have $10 at the bracket window.
Oh yeah, he already called about it. It's getting picked up for you, Lenny.
Bob Hockeren will hold on to that for him because he said he'll be here next week.
Apparently Lenny's son bowls for a college here
Right.
in the Dubuque area. And on 7 and 8, looks like Andy Mills will win 192 over Quentin Boland's 156.
Here's our boy Dan with the double. 104 in the 6th, double up, 7th and 8th.
Strike here to take the lead. Tie game. Buchan was on a strike there, so we're still tied. Going into the 10th frame, Buchan has the strike, Dan that spare. So Matt Todd is feverishly trying to get his horsey home. Well, he got his lucky shirt on and
Oh, yeah. Big double there by Shannon. He's got a potential 213.
throw this one to close it out.
This one here will secure him the match.
Two fist bumps.
The double. It's a short man's pattern. Richgels said it all day yesterday. And Jeff, what do you think of that shot?
He's speechless. It was so good.
Jeff?
Yeah, Doug, I love the enthusiasm in that last shot.
Thank you, Jeff. That's Jeff Reed, ladies and gentlemen.
Buchan won that match 212-181. Wozniak beat Oath 270 to $194.
Oh, man. We got a break in the action here.
Breaking the action brought to you by Coors Light.
We're going to have B squared, and it looks like Derek Oaf, 13 and 14.
Says here Shannon Buchan bowled for the University of Wisconsin lacrosse.
Okay.
Go.
He's also a Team USA member, if I remember correctly. Look at B squared.
B squared starts the strike. It's like 15-16 supposed to be Shannon Buchan
And Brad
and
Snell.
Brad Snell from Mount Prospect.
Let me tell you guys something about Brad Snell. I was out at the Senior U.S. Open, and I got to meet a lot of these seniors, and saw Brad Snell here, and I said, "Hey, Brad, great to have you in the field." And he said, "Oh, it's great to be here." And he came up to me this morning and said, "Man, this is a great tournament. I'm gonna come bowl more of your stuff." So made me feel pretty good. Brad Snell, classic style. Brad actually used to get so low at the foul line way back when. He had like one of the lowest knee bends in the game, and he's a senior now, and his knee bend has come up a little bit. Keep an eye on that as you guys get to watch him on some featured pairs. He's YouTube him and look at him now, and you can see age has set in a little bit, but his flair and gamemanship. I mean, he at the Senior U.S. Open, the lefties didn't have as good a look as the righties, and he was out there battling, making a run. I think he finished about 7th or 8th. Harry Sullins just missed that, and then Hugh Miller missed the round of top 5 by just a few sticks and finished 6th. So a lot of respect for Brad Snell's game.
Pick that top bar where it says live streaming.
Thanks, Mike.
What's that?
At least Burkhart got the 7 out. Already seen
Yeah, on
one
that
washout
same pair.
like on that same lane with the 7 added. We needed somebody to make this qualifying from Long Island.
Yeah, Long Island.
Connor Drum is nowhere to be found.
Kinda.
It's like on 9 and 10's our first look at Matt Tomsu. He's from Nebraska.
Right.
I believe he bowled twice, and his first effort was minus 100 and made it on through.
Hey guys, just another update. I obviously was falling asleep when I did Shannon Buchan's match play schedule sheet, because game number 3 I had him going to lane 1, which is in the party room.
He said, yeah, I think I'm going to send Shannon on down to the VIP area for game 3.
So I took care of his sheet. His sheet's good to go for the rest of the day. We'll see who else is going to the wrong lanes.
This just in. He did look a little drowsy when I came in the room last night.
on a 7 and 8. Chad Kloss with the lime green today, and his opponent is Greg Piesel from Antigua, Wisconsin. Crossing over. Can't get the 10 out. Looks like standings are updated after game 2. Matt McNeil plus 296. Wozniak to second. Buchan third, Miller to fourth. McNeil has a 101 pin lead over Wozniak, and Wozniak went 100 over that game. What did Matt McNeil shoot?
Anybody made a big move, Lee?
Well, do you have a Well, Wozniak's from 5th to 2nd. Andy Mills from 13th to 10th. Really haven't seen too much change. Only 2 games so far, with the scores tightly bunched.
Okay, I'm back now, Doug. Lee. That was my sweetheart on the phone. She was just calling to tell me some of the activities around Dubuque. If I left the bowling center today.
I didn't hear a word you said, Jeffrey.
Why not? I said, I'm back now, and that was my sweetheart on the phone.
What was that ringtone?
That was a country and western song. That's her personal ringtone when she calls me from her house.
What song was that? Your country?
Yeah. She's country. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to sing it?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
Saying everything else this morning. Come on.
I mean, we did sing a lot of songs today.
You, not we. I just listened.
Well, Lee,
And then you called me French 18 times.
well, your last name is Boudouris. So,
Lee Boudouris. He holds the mic.
Like he's going to run away and hide from him.
oh, here we go. Doug's going to put us on camera here.
No, I'm waiting for Mike. Mike's.
Guys, it's Boudouris. Boudouris. Lee Boudouris.
That's what I said.
Not Boudouris or
Boudouris.
Bourgeois.
Boudoir.
It's Boudouris. Let's get it right.
Thank you, Michael.
Boudouris. Let's say it together now. 1, 2, 3. Boudouris.
Boudouris.
Jeff, you're late. 1, 2, 3.
Boudouris.
1, 2, 3.
Boudoir.
Those of you in the chat. 1, 2, 3.
And Barta says hot. Adam has a thing going for Fearless Leader this morning.
What did Father John shoot last game?
.159.
And his opponent?
More than 159.
Okay. Well, looks like maybe that was 2 games in a row Father John didn't have a prayer.
Jeff Reed with the one line he's got, running with it.
I don't have the Tenacious D Lee song because Flanagan deleted my iTunes. I could sing it.
Sing us a little bit, Doug.
Todd says sing the Lee Boudouris song.
Or it could be your thing. I'm trying to think who. Weezer. Are you talking about the Weezer song?
I don't.
Never heard of Weezer.
I was going to go back and watch that telecast where you guys start singing about everybody. I don't think I ever did. It's more famous for the Danny Spink song.
Yeah. Yep.
Question in the chat from a Minnesotan. What's the over on Eagles for McNeil by the time he turns 30? He's 27 now, he said. How many does he have now? 4? 5?
McNeil
it's
has
4.
3 Eagles. And George Gohagen was a guy that was young, about McNeil's age, and got a very hot start with the USBC tournament. And since then has not been able to get another Eagle, has switched teams and things like that. So it'll be interesting to watch over the next few years what happens with Mr. McNeil, if he gets recruited away, if he tries to get built on some other teams, sticks with who he's bowling with. That mojo and all that really does end up making a difference. So, you know, people thought Gohagen was going to go on to win 15, 16 Eagles. Easier said than done. So
Oh, yeah.
he may end with just 3. I mean, McNeil might just only have 3 his entire career.
Darn.
So, anyway.
3 Eagles.
Yeah, tough break.
Yeah, Eagles are...
Ooh, Brad Snell on 15, Mike. Turn around. Let's get that camera switched over, Doug. The first 5, 7, 10 I've seen.
we've got it.
Lee, don't boss me around. Mike is the only micromanager.
Lane 15.
He's going to go take his iPad and take a picture of it.
With the rare as an Eagle 5, 7, 10.
And it is good.
I'm waiting for the tournament where Mike gets punched in the face, because when he gets that iPad out, he'll literally walk on the lane and like shove it in somebody's face, like trying to get a picture or something. And sometimes it's just not what guys want when they're down in the settee area. Not that I want him to get punched in the face, but
Real Bowling is a nice note in the chat. It says 7 out, new shooter. That's
that was me last night at the craps table.
and me. And Jeff. We split, but
Old B squared struggling here on 13 and 14. If Oaf's basically got to get good count in the 9th and 10th, and he'll have another victory there.
Looks like we had the rare gutter ball on 8.
yeah, Chad Claus seemed to have slipped or stuck or something. He's got here's a line for you, Doug. Strike 6-3, 9 out, 1 spare, double, ditch.
I've seen the spare pick before, though.
That's the Chad record.
7.
down from the high end. Matt McNeil through 8 frames, 280 working against Greg Thomas. Matt McNeil continues to roll 280. He's going to get 30 bonus with 9th and 10th frame left.
Thank you, Mike. Not over yet for the Zof Burkhardt match. Zof throwing that washout. Chad Kloss followed up his gutter ball with a 3-4-7 lead. Of course he picks it. Zof just needs any mark. And that'll work. Dan Lemish is on 9 and 10 in a close match. Sent that one a little wide in the 8th frame, but he is up by 2 pins.
McNeil out to a 100-pin lead over Wojnar after 2 games.
And if he's going to shoot 280, it's going to try and run away and hide. There's Mike with his iPad.
In time, guys, I'll do a video for the tournament proving that the lanes are so demanding. I've got so many videos of guys getting 7, 6, 5. Only a couple of strikes in here, so. And no, I'm not the Black Cloud, by the way. They're just bowling that bad.
Big spare, though, by Dan. He's got 138 in the 8th, spare in the 9th. It's one against Matt Tomsu. 120 in the 7th, spare in the 8th. 9th spare takes the lead.
Our UPS Bob is back in the chat. Good to see Bob. He likes to spend all his free time watching our shows. Thanks, Bob.
This is McNeil 256. McNeil 256. Not 280. It's still, I mean, unbelievable with 30 bonus. Hey, here he is, Matt. What ball are you using out there? Talk about your reaction a little bit.
I'm throwing it really well. I'm using 9 900 global freight train. Just a really weak train, weak layout. I got the pin above my bridge. CG's tucked in, so the ball's not flaring a whole lot. Just trying to roll it up 10 and just kind of get it wheeling into the pocket. And I'm throwing it good, it's carrying good, everything's feeling good. So just one game at a time, just trying to make a good shot out there. That's it.
One more question for you. Are the glasses prescription or just for show?
No, they are prescription, and they are, if you go outside, they actually turn into sunglasses. So they're pretty cool. But no, they are the real deal.
All right, the real deal. You heard it right here.
Real
Back
deal
to you
Holyfield.
guys.
Real deal, Matt McNeil.
Could be a long day for anyone trying to catch him.
So, while we were away, Matt Thompson picked his washout and shoot a 6-pin. Pick that up, he can strike for 175. And unless we need good count.
Got Dan up in the 10th frame here.
2-4-10.
2-4-10.
Got Pickett and strike to tie. Buchan won over on 15-16. With 196, Snell has Phil shot for $171.
Nice
And he
pick.
picks it. 10 is 25 here for Dan Lemish. Peasel won his match against Klaus 201 to 157. Almost for the tie. Yeah, it's it.
That's how you do it right there, Daniel.
Dan's going to go to 28, so we're going to have to ask him about those, answer those chat questions about the shorts before he heads down there. Be right back, Doug.
We got a little break in the action here. Everybody's walking around. I think it's set in that they got like 28 more games to go. The names are in. This is Doug Lakey, your host here at the 11thframe.com Open, brought to you by Coors Light, IBTV Live, Inside Bowling, Diamond Joe Casino, and Cherry Lanes. I got to remind our number one fan, Bob, that our next broadcast will be September 15th and 16th at the Fusion Realtors Open, Cadillac Lanes, Waterloo, Iowa. Bob will be there. Looking forward to all of us getting together then. So that should be another fun event. I'm joined by Lee Boudouris and our bracketologist, Jeff Reed, the best color man in the business.
Bracketologist, I like it. Apparently, Brett and many others warned Dan about the dangers of not wearing Adidas shorts while bowling, but really had no comment.
For those of you that need to work on Lee's pronunciation of his last name, it's in the chat right now, Boudouris. So feel free to go back and reference that if you would like to say his name out loud. Now we're going to leave Bob in. Anybody that's going to join us every chat, every event from start to finish like Bob deserves to be here. Number one fan. We'll talk to him again on October 13th and 14th when we have a team event at Tropicana Lanes. Team bowling is back, the 5-spot open. We call it the 5-spot because it's $500 to enter your team. $1,000 bonus if all 5 members shoot the same score over 200. Bob will be there. Are you?
Do we know Bob, or is Bob just...
Bob? No, Bob's just a big fan. He never misses an event. So we got to give credit where credit was due. Oh, we got a good look at Father John on 7 and 8, FJ. Our leader, McNeil, on 9 and 10. And the best knee bend in the game on 13 and 14, Bradley Snell. Go to YouTube if you got a second and type in Brad Snell's name, and you'll see some of his tour television appearances. If you're also on YouTube, you can type in InsideBowling.com and check out some of our archived events.
McNeil and Oaf on 9 and 10. That should be a good match.
Bob's ortho Weed Be Gone ran out, so he's got some work to do today. We got B Squared still on the video portion of the featured pairings. He's up against Brad Miller. We also got another good look at Derek Oaf down here on 9 and 10. 2.1 is the house over-under on his final standing of the tournament. If you would like to talk to Mr. Flanagan about the odds or line on that wager, you can email him at mike@insidebowling.com.
Well, right now he's in 10th place. He's only 120 out of 4th, though.
Standings are still scrolling along on the ticker there. Look at that.
And 16 is Brad Miller as well. He's in 4th place.
FJ up on lane number 8 here, sporting the white Ray Orff's Pro Shop collared shirt. If you would like a shirt like that, please visit Ray Orff's Pro Shop in South St. Louis, Missouri. Tell Rich and the boys you want the Father John Classic, and they will get you a white collared Ray Orff shirt. Now up on 10, we got Matt McNeil. Squeezed that one a little bit. Ball sailed past his break point for the 3-5-6 leave. He is left-handed from the Minnesota, Minneapolis area. Prior Lakes, Minnesota.
Scores are up lightning quick, Jeff. You're doing a phenomenal job here. We're only 3-4 frames into this game, and scores are updated.
Thanks, Lee. I appreciate that. Put a lot of effort into keeping people up to date.
The chat is just on fire today. Thanks for everybody that's joined us. As far as the cameras, you tell me what you guys want to watch. I can switch them as many times as I want. Watch this. This is my show. We do this for free. We can do whatever we want. I can do this a million times, and you guys can't stop me.
How about a video boost?
We don't have a video boost. We don't have a sponsor for that. We can go back and forth. You're never going to miss anything. Oops, I got
the Power 4120 is dizzy now, Doug. We don't want to
I'll add a
make
third camera in
make
there.
our fans sick from dizziness.
I'll add a third camera. Now I'm dizzy. I'm going to go throw up. I'll see you guys.
So we lost Jeff Reed. He's going to go work hard. We have an open seat to my right. Not sure who's going to jump on in here. Soph McNeil match. McNeil's got 95 in the fifth and then double. Wolf 125 in the fifth, strike in the sixth. He's got the tricky 2-5 in the seventh frame. There you go. The power is Brad Mills. He's got 9-pin lead. Trying to push it to 19 with the strike. Doug, I haven't seen any of the left-handers all weekend.
Yeah.
Play as straight and as inside as Brad is right now, and it seems to be working for him. Look at Mac McNeil over on 10. He's crossed about 7, 8. Kind of been there all weekend. Throws a good shot. Let's watch
watch this knee bend here, folks. Oh, man. There he is, Brad Snow. Lane 13.
This might be further in than 13. That was 16. Let's hit the bottom a little bit. Stellan gets away with that spare. His opponent, Matt Tomsu from Nebraska. Matt's probably our biggest mover. Started the day in 14th. He's up to 8th.
When I say Tomsu, it makes me want to say Ginsu, like Ginsu chop. Tomsu's chopping through the field as he's climbing to the top. Derek O from the 10th frame leaves the baby split 310. Pickett and strike for 22. McNeil has 45 left. No more soundboards. We were like so professional with like all this fancy stuff, but we lost all the fun stuff. For those of you that joined in yesterday, I have no cannons, I have no lasers, I have no Hulk Hogan quotes. Just HD cameras and microphones.
Actually, Derek Kindig asked me a month or so ago, I think, about if there would be another old school open. I haven't really heard any definite plans on that yet, but
speaking of beer, my boss just called me and asked me if I want to go to the Cardinal game today. I told him I wouldn't be able to make it.
Alright, so we got 2 close matches in front of us. But Doug's going to take care of that for you.
What am I doing?
Well, we got just finished with 220. McNeil still got some work to do. Now we got Brad Snell here on 13.
Crumbling.
Mixer 10. Snell can spare strike for 192. His opponent, Matt Thompson, who can strike out for 206.
Let's get a good look at USBC McNeil. We all had dinner together last night in the sports bar here in Diamond Joe Casino, right outside Cherry Lanes. And I was told to put the lid back on that garbage can as McNeil and I started in on our bowling historian conversation. Flanagan nipped that in the bud and said, don't let that... What did he say?
I missed
Put a lid
that.
on that trash can.
Just put a lid on that trash can.
So
I'm going to
McNeil,
check out for a minute. I think Flanagan and I are going to swap seats. I'm going to do some
roving.
some on-lane reporting in honor of my good friend Jackie Boy. So we'll be right back.
Doug will be back. I'm still here. Neil needs 8 to win. Tomsu on 14. Leaves a baby split, so that will not be enough. Snell wins. Neil wins with 5-pin. Can you float to Andy Mills? Tell us how he's doing.
Yeah.
Barta says we need to send Doug to find his face on the fan cam. Can he hear me?
Who?
Doug.
No, Doug cannot hear you right now. He's going to the restroom. He is not mic'd up yet. It's going to be a while.
Sorry, folks.
Burkhart continues to lose, it looks like, huh? 169.
165 loses to 180. Where's my
Burkhart's bringing up the Bottom of the pack right now.
Sure, it's not an ink pen somewhere. It's game 5, Michael.
Yeah, so right here in front of us on 13 and 14, 15 and 16.
Mills and McNeil.
That'll be a good one. First, Tom Sue and Kloss.
That's what I got. Tom Sue couldn't pull that one out, but he'd moved from 14th to 8th. Probably the biggest jump of the day so far.
Then over on 7 through 10, looks like we're going to have Dan Limish and Jason Wojner against Brad Miller and Quentin Bolin. So those are going to be your 4 bowlers on our featured pairs. We're getting Doug mic'd up so that he can get you more added coverage from around the bowling center. So it looks like action is underway over here on 13 and 14. It's Andy Mills from the winning USBC team. These lanes are just absolutely brutal to the point where fourth place qualifier John Brocklin just walked up to the booth after game number 4 and said, "I just finally shot 200." Is this a tip up here? We've been getting tips with all this change.
I have no idea. It's like for 3 games, Shannon Buchan started with 604 scratch plus 90.
This is a scratch tournament, Lee. It's not a handicap tournament.
I know, but without bonus. Matt McNeil started
Oh,
726 plus 90.
It's good work over there, Lee.
Jason Wojner 667 plus 90. And those are the only 600 or better scores after 3.
McNeil 3 pens here, cleaning up his spare. Mike Flanagan joining you here in the booth now. We're giving Doug a little laneside reporting assignment. Mike Flanagan along with Lee Boudouris up here in the booth. I'm not going to mess up your name anymore, Lee, unlike your other broadcasting mates so far this weekend. We thank everybody for joining us here. This is game number 5, Lee. Game number 5. And we have 16 games of round-robin match play to bring to you. You're watching Matt McNeil now, who goes back-to-back 3 pens on lanes 13 and 14, which to me, Lee, looks like he's either getting a little fast with his ball speed from watching him down the high end, amping up a little bit, or this pair seems to be just a little bit slicker for the young man.
Well, he was throwing at a similar ball speed on his last game on the low end. But what he may not have noticed is how far inside Brad Mills was playing on the last game on the same pair. He was playing up about 15. It's pretty much the first time any left-hander's gotten in that far to play straight. He's working on his push away there. So it's like Doug is posting in the chat as Slammy Global.
I believe he is. And Jeff Richgels is at lunch right now, but Jeff Richgels is going to come up and join us and take us home on this broadcast along with Lee and myself and Doug.
Looks like they're just now finishing on the high end with everybody waiting on Lem to come down. Lem's got a lot of fans out there. Chat this morning.
I did warn the players this morning. I said, guys, we don't want to get too out of whack today so that we have a bunch of dead pairs. I really like to see everybody kind of start and end around the same time as most as possible. They all nod their heads at 9:30 this morning. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Yep, no problem. So, but they're doing a good job out there. They're going to take a small break for lunch. So at 8 games, they're going to take a half an hour break, and then they'll come back and get 5 minutes of practice, and they'll resume their last 8 games of match play here at the InsideBowling.com, 11thFrame.com Open, and it's brought to you by Coors Light. Drink the Silver Bullet. Go out today. It's a beautiful day, I'm sure, throughout the country. Barbecue. And get that Silver Bullet out and watch some bowling.
Let's begin Doug's on-lane broadcasting career. Let's go, Doug.
Guys, this is saying I have our #1 fan, and I'm going to ask him to come in for an interview. Here he comes. This is awesome right here. I want to show you this shirt this young man is wearing, if you can get the camera on it. What's your name, buddy?
Wyatt Ritchie,
Wyatt, where are you from?
Missouri.
Missouri, that's where we're from, too. Are you a bowler, buddy?
I used to.
Used to, but you still got time. Who are you here watching today?
Yesterday I was here watching my brother bowl here. He's 15, and I'm just here to watch McNeil.
Okay. Well, he's a good friend of ours, too. What do you think so far?
I think it's really impressive how good these bowlers are.
It is. Does this make you want to bowl more?
Yeah.
Good. That's what our hopes and dreams with these events. Wyatt, you have a good day. We're going to bring you back in the booth here a little bit later. That's Wyatt from Missouri. I'm going to go in and get some more. I'm speechless. I walk out of the press room and there's the guy with an Inside Bowling shirt on. So.
Nice work already today, Doug. Doug Lakey
Thanks.
on assignment for us as we watch Matt McNeil 7-9.
Just taking a page out of my playbook.
So McNeil goes 3-pin strike, 7-9. Throw your purse at it, Matty. Action is underway over on our left wing. Wojnar continued to make a great move here today. He sits at plus 162 through 4 games. He sits third. McNeil sets the pace at plus 434 with Shannon Buchan resting in second place. McNeil has about a 300-pin lead on the rest of this field. See Wojnar here. He loves getting in on the inside of the lane. That's his favorite place to play. And as the lanes continue throughout the day to break down more and more and more, I look to see Jason Wojnar be at the top of the leaderboard all day, along with this guy, Brad Miller. He can do it too. And if he can get things firing along, Miller, who sits 4th right now, players are trying to get into the top 3 for today's stepladder finals. 2-game pinfall matches should start about 2:30 or 3 o'clock today. Make sure you join us later today. If you have to step away, do some yard work, take care of some things, you want to make sure you get back around that 2:30 time. And we will be bringing you the finals here with multiple camera angles, and we'll bring you the best final we can, along with live scoring during the stepladder finals.
See if Matt makes an adjustment here off of some flat hits. I didn't think his last shot was that bad, Mike. It just really rough break with the 7-9.
The ball's got to tip a little more off the end of the pattern.
It's like he moved parallel, a board parallel right.
Yeah, I need light shuffler there, a little shaker.
Did somebody steal the iPad?
No.
It's not breaking news.
That one looks a lot better. Oh, almost 5-7-10.
And he almost struck.
Yeah, 5-7-10 to almost striking, but it's 9 for McNeil. Chad Kloss. Go back down here. Dan Lemish throwing in a 10-pin on lane number 3.
Be lane number 7, Mike.
It's an excellent point, Lee, as lanes 1 through 4 are actually in their own private room. You see that yellow wall down the left-hand side. On the other side of that is a beautiful 4-lane party room labeled lanes 1 through 4.
The Doug Lakey Arena, if you will.
Yeah, we're in an odd amount of bowling lanes. Normally you have 32 lane centers, 40 lane centers. We have a 32 lane center with 26 lanes out here. Quentin Bolin is bowling on lane number 9 and goes right through the face. Wojnar now is perfect through 3, up on lane number 7. Looking for the 4-bagger.
Yeah, the 9-bagger earlier.
And now Mills misses the spare. He's got, he had Matt McNeil on the ropes. Now Mills 115 in the 6th.
It's up by 8 pins.
As McNeil has 85 in the 5th with a spare work, and Andy Mills here. He's trying to give Matt McNeil his first defeat today.
That would be correct. Matt McNeil is 4 for 4.
Any other players undefeated, Lee? Take a gander there. As Mills goes Brooklyn there, that's a big hit for Andy.
No, he's the only person with 120 bonus pins. Wojnar's got 90. Snell's got 90. Mills has 90.
And there's Matt Tomsu with a 7-pin over there. Haven't talked about Tomsu too much. Tomsu qualified 14th plus 1 from Papillion, Nebraska. He's over there facing Chad Kloss, who is a bit of a household name, from Greenfield, Wisconsin, as McNeil again continues to not get his ball to tip down lane and get into the right roll that it needs to as he leaves a 7.
It's like there's 2 bowlers, Mike, after 4 games who need to get off the schneid, and they're two friends of ours. Burkhardt has 0 bonus, and Dan Lemish 15, the one tie. You had to pick a 2-4-10 and strike to tie.
And you'll see Lemish now on lane number 7. He's bowling against Wojnar. He's not going to be able to get off the snide there with Wojnar first 4, and Lemish continues to struggle, leaving split conversions. Bolin, wearing a Kermit the Frog t-shirt, actually came up to me earlier and said he was wearing a collared shirt. He goes, "It's pretty warm in here this morning," which is true. We put water out for the players. It's not unbearable by any means, but it is a little warm. And he said, "Can I bowl in a t-shirt?" And as always, I told him, "Sure, not a problem. We want the bowlers to be comfortable."
13 and 14 for McNeil is very, very tight.
Yep. Want to know something interesting, Lee? That's our championship pair today.
Oh boy. You did say that before we started yesterday.
And McNeil probably knows it.
Forgot about that.
McNeil probably knows it too. 13 and 14, the one pair I got to feel confident on all day long. The 2 times I hit it because it's the TV finals. It's got to be 13 and 14. And for him to come out and go 3-pin, 3-pin strike, 7-9 strike, 7-pin, 10-pin, light again for an 8 count. He's got 204 max score. Andy Mills here now has an opportunity. He can shoot 235. Working on a strike in the 8th frame.
It's a double.
You see the little fist pump there?
There's no Shannon Buchan though. The triple fist pump.
I think he and McNeil
First game out of the gate.
I think they're friends because whether or not they know each other that well before this year, but both of them are fellow Eagle winners. And I kind of think that the guys that win Eagles usually cheer for each other, root for each other, because they're part of a very exclusive group. It's kind of like a fraternity. Comment here in the chat, the Power 4120 says, someone needs to sponsor a shirt for the poor kid. I believe he was talking about when we were talking about the the Frog shirt of Mr. Bolin, Quentin Bolin. That's a great name for a bowler. It's like Larry Wrestler. Be a good name for a wrestler. As man, Mills there opens the door for McNeil. Just takes the 10 off the 610. He's got a 201 max score.
Go strike. And a good count.
Yeah, McNeil.
And the match.
McNeil can now, it's in his hands here to get the 30 bonus and remain undefeated. He's going to go up on lane 14. He needs a hit here. He's got to have it. And then if he can double on 13, he will be able to defeat Andy Mills while Andy Mills is sitting on the bench.
But even if McNeil can go, strike 9 spare 9.
It's going to be his first loss, Lee.
Or he just needs to make sure he gets to 182 with count to make Andy Mills mark. He's already missed 2 makeables in the last 4 frames. Nine spare 9 for McNeil would make 181.
Yeah,
so 9 spare 8 or 8 spare 9, Mike, we've got the possibility of a tie.
We do. That's a good call. Shannon Buchan down there, who sits second. I don't know what he's doing down there, but I'm sure our field reporter will be able to get us a report on Mr. Buchan and what's going on in his match as he sits second. Here at the 11thframe.com Open. Again, it's Mike Flanagan from InsideBowling.com alongside Lee Boudouris and our field reporter Doug Lakey.
So Neil looked like he hit that one a little bit better at the bottom of the swing, and it just turned right.
Okay, guys. You guys with me here?
Yep.
You guys ask and I deliver. Shannon Buchan down there, you said triple fist pump. He came up in conversation and he crumbles the bucket, walks it out like 3 lanes with the triple fist pump. Thomas, though, has a 3-bagger working. They're both on about a 230 pace. If we could get the camera crews down there, I think that'd be a good match to watch. Also, if you guys scroll to the bottom of your screen, we've been talking about Brad Snell's knee bend. I just got a great picture of him at the line at the bottom of his swing. So we're going to get that uploaded as well.
Thank you, Doug. And it's Wojner over here on lanes 7 and 8. First 5, big split 5 count, got 4 of them, and then double. So Wojner is a developing story now with Matt McNeil. Shoots 181. Mills now just has to be clean and fill 10 to be able to get a victory over McNeil. So if Wojner can shoot 250, 260, get some bonus pins, you're looking at about 100 pins on McNeil.
All right, here's a 40-pin 5-pin.
On a brutal pattern, and we saw Jason Wojner yesterday move past one.
Well, Mills already has flagged a 5 this game in the 6th frame. He's got to try and put that out of his mind. And takes care of it.
He's smiling about it. McNeil over here is kind of Jokin got his hands on his hips. So that's going to be a win. He is not the Russian from Rocky IV anymore. He has been cut. Finally, he has been cut. Ivan Drago, Matt McNeil has been cut. And now he, on 13 and 14, our featured pair and our stepladder pair, Matt McNeil, if he's going to win this tournament, he's going to have to win a 2-game match at least on lanes 13 and 14. I'd like to get some thoughts from McNeil about 13 and 14 being the featured pair since we have him here. But here's Wojner now on 7 and 8. He spared in the 9th. You see him go right back through the face on the lane in which he did that earlier. He was going to have a big game. Now he has to pick this to be in the 220s. He's looking at 214 possibly.
Matt definitely agreed with our observations.
I got the man, the
Just
myth, and the
kept
legend
going.
right here. Matt, you started telling me some of your thoughts about 13 and 14. I asked if you wanted to share them with our viewers. What do you think?
Well, yesterday it got me too. It's the last game. I had 199. That's my low game of the day yesterday. And 13's tighter than a drum, and 14's not much difference. And the minute you try to soften up with the hand or give it a little more angle into the pocket, it just wants to nosedive on you. And then the minute you try to really get through it and clear it nice, get it down the lane, it just sails. I mean,